shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's caught by Howard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
O.J. Howard. Touchdown.
O.J. Howard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
His kick is good.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Broncos nothing. Jason Sanders set
now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
10 yards. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down and inches. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
30-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Stepping up, he'll try and run.
The quarterback keeps it.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And 12.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Thomas on the return. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football.
8-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans.
Herbert's pass.
O.J. Howard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Slam. I'm telling you, 50 Fury. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
21-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Titans 14, Broncos 3.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Titans.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd and 2, Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
At their own 1-yard
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that...
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Le'Veon Bell, 99 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Herbert now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now the rookie second-rounder from Georgia, DeAndre Swift, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Titans.
Herbert's pass.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw again. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Luke Wilson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. This is Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
21.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well,
I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Gain on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up second.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick slant to Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
he's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And he's able to put it through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick is
and
good.
His kick is good.
Makes the score Titans 35, Broncos 20.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Go now. 10 black. Go, go, go. Tight go. Go awesome.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
By the Titans.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tennessee.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Titans 42, Broncos 20. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Fights off the defender. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Titans' 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete. And
here's a handoff out of the gun. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try and run for it. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Tennessee.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. This is out quickly to the right. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bell.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Alert three, alert three. Alert three, rail. Smash, red. Yellow, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Giants have now taken the lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable for Thomas. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now a handoff looking right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And the Titans first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Another carry for the
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Tennessee.
They go play action here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And it's 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Complete to number
From
7.
19 yards away. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Le'Veon Bell.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Wide, get wide. 22 needle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
5.
Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Hey, Green. I got motion.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 3rd and short. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
4th down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch. 52 blast.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Mike 12.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, that turned out to be the perfect time to dial the screen. The Red Sea parted.
Did it ever, and you just wonder, did fatigue play a part in this? Because we're in overtime, and all I mean by that is sometimes with fatigue, you slow down mentally. You don't read your keys. You don't see the play develop, and boy, it popped big for him, didn't it?
It did indeed. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the